Hello YouTube, and today I've got another quick review on the Coodio speaker mic, and I am really excited for this because number one, it works fantastic and it's basically essentially the code red signal 21 but not Kevlar reinforced cable. That's the only negative thing for this. Anyway, so the packaging is much nicer than all the other ones. It comes in a proper, and this is even off Amazon, comes in a nice Coodio made box, and it was inside this plastic wrapper, I guess you could say. But it's a good box, and let's put that to the side now. So here it is. It's much longer than any speaker mic I've owned before or still own. Starting down at the connection point, it's, I mean, pretty standard, nothing really to complain about. The pins are nice and durable. Could be a little stronger, but still they're nice. Then you've got a fair amount of straight cord, which is useful if your radio is buried under, I don't know, in a radio pouch elsewhere, because coil cable is much thicker, so weaving that through a molly rig at the beginning is difficult. Then you've got a lot of coil cable. This isn't which could be a negative thing. If you're someone who likes to wear it on the front, you're going to have a lot of excess cable flapping around. On a molly rig it's fine, you can just tuck it down, but normally if you're just wearing it on, say, your belt, and then you run this up to your shoulder, you might want to run it over the back of your shoulder and have it come down that way. And then you've got a bit of straight cord again, reinforced cord there, to give it extra life, you could say. On the back there's a nice sturdy clip, and this is the perfect size for a molly rev. And I say perfect because I've tried it on my molly rig, and it took me about 5 minutes to try and get this thing off. It was very securely on, so which is great if you put it on and you're not going to change it. But if you're sharing this and you've got to take it off during games and stuff, you might not want to do that with this. You might want to loosely put it on something else instead of properly put it all the way down to the loop, because this thing holds on tight. But nonetheless, you've got a nice strong spring clip. Again, your standard 8 positions, can rotate to 360 degrees either way. You can, it is difficult, but it is doable. Take the spring clip off if you want to make it a bass mic. You can do that, and then it slides back on like so. There, I don't know if you can see, you've got the nice Coodio branding, a nice tactile PCT on the side. This one's by far the best. Compared to the XQF, it's still much better. And finally, the 3.5mm audio jack, which has a really nice port cover, and it actually works for once. The XQF one I mentioned in a previous video that it broke, and I was pretty annoyed about that. But this one, it works well. It's rainproof. Don't submerge it, that would destroy it. Dust isn't going to really get in there at all either, so don't worry about scrambling around. The cable, if I stretch it out a lot, then it doesn't coil back as quickly as I was expecting it to, but the cable's still just fine. It's thicker than your standard Baofeng one. Just for a quick comparison in lengths, if I lay them out like so, you can clearly see that Coodio is so much longer than the XQF. And even comparing it to your Baofeng, the Coodio is still much bigger, which isn't a problem for me because I'm wearing this on my molly rig. So for me, this is no issue. I highly recommend you do buy this Coodio speaker mic. It set me back around 17 euros. So if you're in a country where with dollars, it's around $20, and around £13 actually. It's cheaper from the UK. However, shipping, it might not add up to the same. But still, once again, the Coodio speaker mic, very good microphone. I highly recommend you buy it over all of them. Now, this is definitely the best one. Anyway, thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and if you have a question or a comment, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.